Hello all, welcome to Making Web-Based Technology Easier for 21st Century Teachers and Learners. I'm Phil Hockman, your professor for the course. Let's get started. As you can see here, contact information from me, my name, my email address, my telephone number. Please use the pdhockman@yahoo.com email address for any direct questions about the course. We're going to learn a little bit about the online wiki where you'll be posting your assignments due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. As you can see here, you can take a look at the different devices that I use for technology. Once again, all you need is your computer for this. Session 1 talks about getting acquainted with the tech and the learner. Let's get started. There's some themes that override the course we're going to talk about throughout. One is the digital icebreakers, trying new web-based technology, playing in the sandbox, learning the teacher rules dealing with technology, Hockman, that's me, taxonomy for comfort working with technology, and taking digital brain breaks. Now, and reflecting on what we learned is very, very important when dealing with technology. All right, some previous tech experiences. Some of his experiences with technology have been fearful. Okay, some of us have even gotten some very, very angry at technology. But I want to get you over here to love technology. Now, we've all had experiences here being very, very upset, very, very angry with the tech, all right? Very afraid of, but ultimately I want to get you guys comfortable with technology throughout the course. Now, everyone's got a taxonomy for this and that, so I said, why not? Why not create my own taxonomy? So let's take a look here at Hockman's taxonomy for working with technology. Now, first level down here is awareness. Ultimately, I want everybody to get at least to level 1, where you're aware of all the neat and interesting stuff available to you on the internet for free. Then I want you to be able to navigate through that information. Once you're aware of it, can you work with it? Can you get through it? Then I want you to be able to go out and explore and get your own. Then once you have all this information, using it, and if you can get to level 5, I'd make me so happy that you guys create your own web-based content. Now, we're going to be going through the course. I want to give you guys some rules. These rules will help you manage your stress when dealing with technology. The first one is be flexible, like a rubber band. Rubber band, when it's stressed out, doesn't break, doesn't give up, doesn't cry. It just stretches, 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 stretches. So think of yourself as a rubber band. If something doesn't go right the first time, be flexible. Come back to it later. Take a time out. Come back to it. Sometimes technology doesn't always work right. But if you're persistent and you're flexible, you're going to be successful with technology. Rule number 2, create technology rules. If you are going to integrate this into your classroom, the theory I use is called the magic marker theory. We all at some point during our lives have figured out how to use a magic marker correctly. A magic marker at one point was technology for us, where it could be used for a lot of positive things or it can be used for destructive things. Now, how did you not write all over your face, your wall, your entire classroom with markers? Because somebody told you not to. And we always fear the downside of using technology, all the bad things that can happen. Just remember the magic marker theory. If we give them expectations, you may have a couple outliers and you deal with them with your classroom management strategies. But ultimately, the benefit of the magic marker or technology greatly outweighs the possible risks by not using it. Now, we're using some 21st century materials for the class. First thing here is to create an anonymous net identity. What that means is create a fictional Google account, a fictional Gmail account, a fictional Yahoo account. If you're worried about disclosing personal information, go in there, create your own new profile with your favorite person's name prior to starting it. If you find out you really like it, then yes, you can use your own credentials, but I always recommend creating an anonymous net identity, your own fictional Gmail, Google, Yahoo. But here's the key, write it down. If you don't, you're going to forget what your username and password are, and then you come back to me, I can't get in, and I can't help you. So always keep a separate document with all of your fake username and passwords. Now, we're going to be using what we call Wikispaces as a classroom management software, a CMS software. The link is right here, www.edu526.wikispace.com. If you're watching this video, that means you already know that. All right. We also have a class website you may not be aware of, though. You're going to be doing some activities on this site. It's called webbasedlearning.weebly.com. And once again, this kind of website, a Weebly, is a user-created WYSIWYG, meaning what you see is what you get website that we're going to be talking about later in the course. And class workbook and syllabus, the digital documents are all going to be found on, once again, our class wiki. All right, that's edu526.wikispaces.com. All right, our final project, and once again, the due date is not going to be on this video because, once again, I'm going to teach you multiple classes, so I'll update you on the due date on the syllabus on the wiki. Your final project is going to be to create a web resource for 24/7, 365 learning. Throughout the course, we're going to talk about how can we provide access to our students when they're outside of our classroom. How can they interact with us, our videos, our technology, all the things we created at their time, at their own pace. Not when they're in front of your classroom, but creating a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 day a year learning experience for your classroom. So we're going to give you a bunch of examples for this. We'll talk about this in greater detail later in the course. All right, creating a net identity. Once again, you want to type or write everything down. Remember where that hard copy is. Do not use any real names or passwords or anything used for anything else. And never download or run any program on your computer except for Java and Flash. I'm going to make one other exception. The Screencast-O-Matic that I'm using for this presentation is also fine. But don't run or download anything else. Alrighty, so first thing you're going to do here is you're going to accept the invite from your email. Hopefully you've already done this in order to get to the class wiki to get to this video. Alright. And then you're going to check out the class website. That's once again edu526.wikispaces, that's, my goodness, I'm messing this up horribly. That is our web-based-learning.weebly.com website. Now, we're going to be messing around with some teacher rules. Dealing with technology number 3 is learn how to navigate your own computer. For some of you, this is just a review. For some of you, this is very, very important to maximize your time using your computer. The first one here is called hotkeys. Now, hotkeys are things that can make your computer a lot faster. First thing I'll show you here is task switching, which is Alt-Tab. And as you can see on my Windows 7 based computer, and this is Command-Tab if you're using a Mac program, you can look at all the things that are up there. Now, I'm going to skip over here to Word, and in Word there's a lot of cool things. For example, I have a random Word document with some random text here. You can select all by hitting Control, then A, you can see it all highlights. You could then copy by hitting Control C, and if you go somewhere else in the document, you can paste by hitting Control V. All right, so you got double that. Let's say you want to, and you're thinking to yourself, why isn't paste Control P? But if you hit Control P, it actually brings up another window for printing options. Okay, so you don't want to print. So it's Control A for all, Control C for copy, go down a little bit in the line and hit Control V for paste. These hotkeys will greatly help you in navigating through your computer. Now, if you're working with multiple tabs, for example, if I had multiple tabs open, you can hit Alt-Tab and hit Control-T for a new tab and hit Control-Tab to move through those tabs. Alrighty, and this is one of the most important teacher rules. Teacher rule number 5 is have a backup copy of everything. I want to make sure you understand that sometimes things get accidentally deleted. Sometimes they get overwritten. But if you have a backup copy on your own computer, type everything there first, save everything there first, and make sure that you have everything yourself just in case it accidentally gets deleted. I'd hate to see at the end of the course all your stuff gets deleted off the wiki and you've got nothing there. So I want to make sure rule number 5 is held. Please make a copy of everything first. Alrighty, excellent. So I'm going to take us now to the class wiki itself and go through the assignments, a quick overview to make sure everyone's clear on what is due for next class. Alrighty, let's take a look at module number 1. So this is the overall page. On here you can see the course information, my information, the whole entire course description. Okay, all kinds of things on here, all of the information you would need to be successful, the evaluation for your final project, we'll talk about it a little bit later. And at the bottom, once again, I want you to introduce yourself, where you teach, what you teach, and any expectations you have for the course. Ask your classmates, as they begin posting, respond to a post. So down here, really easy, introduce yourself, where you teach, what you teach, and any expectations for the course. So let's get started, module number 1. All right, as you can see here, you should be watching this video first. Then we have an assignment here, where am I now? So we talked about briefly about the Hockman's taxonomy for comfort dealing with technology. So where are you at? And give a brief explanation why. Assignment number 2, don't get stuck in the escalator. I'm going to ask you to watch a couple videos and respond. Right here we have a digital brain break. All right, and all these are linked to YouTube, which means you can reuse them for your classroom. Something to get you up, get you moving, get some blood flow back to your brain. And brain breaks are important for increasing blood flow, increasing positive neurotransmitters, and getting rid of melatonin, okay, which is a sleep hormone which gets stimulated if you sit here staring at the screen too long. There's a little Assignment number 3 has you reading a great article by Mark Prensky, Digital Immigrants, Digital Natives. You're going to find out where you are by taking this quiz. You're then going to take a look at your students. Where are your students at? All right. Once again, you're titling all these things by their assignment number on the class wiki. Then the last assignment, assignment 5, is social bookmarking. You're going to go to the class website, watch the video, set up your own Delicious page. You're going to find out what that means, or your other social bookmarking page, and you're going to begin to bookmark things a little bit differently after that video. Now, you're going to see your name on the navigation pane. Once again, when you go to a page you want to edit, let's say we're going into Module 1, all you're going to need to do is hit the Edit button, type what you want, and then hit the Save button, and it'll save it just back to a website. So once again, along this side, you're going to find your name, alphabetical order by last name. You're going to hit Edit and Save. Once you have those 2 buttons mastered, then you're able to upload to the class wiki. Once again, if you have any questions, please contact me at pdhockman@yahoo.com. Have a great day, everybody. Good luck with Module 1.